lots of stories to
Hmm.
share. Okay,
In the childhood.
and I always very eager to know about the stories of the villages of like what's going on, and they always saying.
Don't you think there is a problem in our family? We are becoming like nuclear family. We are not ready to talk about the whole family, like a joint family. There are grandparents. They are ready to talk with us, but we don't have time. Maybe it is a technical era. They keep on sitting, just stare at us. Just because there is a hope, like my grandson will come, he will talk to me, and he will discuss something. He will ask something, like suggestion, advice. But right now it is missing. What do you think about this?
Like some of the young generations are doing their things scrolling Instagram, social media, and their stuffs, and they didn't prioritize their prime object. If I talk about the primary needs, like their grandparent, their parent, because they need some times. First of all, they need time because of they need some people or some child of their
Yeah.
to spend with them, listen their problems,
Mhm.
sit with them, or I think they just don't need anything because from our childhood they just gave us our time and money. There's a lot of things they gave us. We didn't compare from another person or another, if I say, in this universe.
Sometimes I also feel like it is very hard to talk with them because there is a condition. We don't have much time to talk with them. After coming from the job, we have to study also. It is maybe it is a duty of our parents because they have time, but they live at home. But we have to go outside. We have to spend around 16 to 18 hours outside. We hardly take or get around 4 to 5 hours at home, only for sleep. And I feel sometime whenever my grandpa look at me, he wants me like sit and talk with something about the village because there was a time before the lockdown. He used to live at the village, but after the lockdown, my grandmother died, so he had to come at my home right now. So the only problem is he has spent around 90 years at the village, and right now he is living in the city. So I think there is a problem of communication.
Yes, of
So
course.
not everybody can speak with him. I am from his village, like I know the language, so I can speak, but not everyone. So I think this is a biggest problem.
Like as we say, there's a lot of senior citizen are they have the conservative thoughts, the traditional thoughts. They
Yeah.
are like still going on their mind.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Like they have the different thinking, like village thinking. Okay, so nowadays like we are adapting new things.
Yes.
Like the name is called fashion.
Hmm.
Okay, so there's a lot of difference from that time to this time. So I think it takes time, but I didn't say we have to neglect the senior citizens or and our parents, grandparents, but just we have to understand them.
Hmm.
Just present our topic to them
Yes.
and
Yes.
understand themselves better to they feel comfort. I think that.
Sometimes I also try to help. Like I try to spend around 20 minutes at the day. Every Sunday I trim his hair, make his shave, and I speak useless things. I just want to spend at least 15 to 20 minutes daily, so he don't feel like he doesn't feel like neglect. I keep on trying, and sometimes speak about like ask about the stories, which kind of man he used to live, river, like canal. So I keep on asking because I don't think he wants to know so much things. He also look at me like he's going for the job, he's going for the tuition, he comes late, you have to sleep also in the morning. So there are so many things. So how will you help him if you get a chance to speak with them?
Because I in my life I don't have a grandparents. In my father childhood they gone expire, and I if I say I valued more than anyone because I don't have grandparents, and I have my maternal uncle. They have they have their father and mother, and I think they are just like real grandfather to me, real grandmother
Mm.
to me. When I go to village, when I went to village, okay, so on that time they just have the lots of stories to
Mm.
share. Okay,
In the childhood.
and I always very eager to know about the stories of the village, like what's going on, and they always saying, there's a forest, there's a ghost are living, and that type of stories
And
are.
we used to smoke together.
Yes, of course. And they are saying like the in the river there's a found some religious things over there. So I think I respected to them, and I think we all have to, because it's not a basic thing. Because if we are respecting others, it's not a bad, because they are elders, and it's up to you. Because if you are respecting others, it's your politeness, it's your humbleness, it's your kindness. So I think we all have to do this to
And
make
I
ourselves
think like
better.
it is all our deeds which comes like as a luck.
Yes.
If we could be respect of elders, I think elders only wants respect, only respect. If we don't talk them, it is okay, but at least respect them. Like you can say like Namaste Ram Ram, is going to touch his feet. So there are so many things to respect them. They also understand like this is a era of the technology, so they are also busy. So keep on just as you said, like in the childhood when we used to go to village, and there was a time where they used to set a story. So we also fun. There was a fun like having a smoking with like ghost. There was a ghost, and he came with me like in a river. He wanted to kill me. So there are so many stories like fake story. We all know these are fictional stories. They just want to make us fun, make us laugh, and yes, these kind of things. And after coming from the village, they used to give us some money. That was fun. But right now it is missing because they don't have money. They also depended on us. Even my grandfather asked me for like, give me 10 rupees, 20 rupees. I said, why? What will you do? Because you have to sit alone at the home. What will you do this?
And there's a thing, like we are just saying that our grandparents and parents, you don't know the world, like what we are living. They spend their 90 years, they spend their 80
Yes.
years. If I talk about my father, they spend a 45 years.
Yes.
They know that thing what we are living in this time. They go through all the aspects we are going now, and we are stuck, but they cross that all the paths. But sometimes I also say to my father like, you don't know anything, but after that I feel sorry, because he's elder and he saw all the things. And there's a father, and if I say the father, grandfather, and our parents, they make the home.
But that time was different at the village. We are living in the city. We hardly get time. And the village, they don't work all the year. Hardly 4 to 5 years, 4 to 5 months in a year. Because they do farming. And we have to work the whole day. 6 days in a week, sometimes 5 days in a week in a MNCs, 9 to 5 job, 9 to 9 job. So it is very hard in the city. Everywhere. If you are a businessman, you don't have time. But in the farming, after doing things, something like giving water and putting the seeds, you will rest. You have so much time to talk with your friends, your relatives, because there is a joint family in the village, every village.
Yes, of
And
course.
you can find most of the, at least 50 people in a same family, in a single village. It is a big joint family, and there is a problem, they will come together. But in the city, things are completely different. So I think they are also missing this thing.
No, no, yes, of course. Because when I went to village in my past time, like there's a lot of grandparents you found in the village in your home, okay, and they just playing cards and telling the stories of that time, and sharing the politics politics news in the, like the BJP is not good, the Congress is not there, like this kind of stuff. And like on the time, I just think like I listen them matlab from day to night, because it's very interesting, it's very funny, and lots of things we learn from that topic.
Yeah, it was funny, yes. And I think there is a time, particular time, it is called teenage. Whenever we have spent any time, anywhere, it is called a golden memories. For instance, whenever we listen any song like in 2000, like Honey Singh, there is so many songs. We are fan of him just because there was an era, and we are from that era. And because we were in teenage, and that's why they have settled in our subconscious mind. Whenever we listen the song, we feel the nature, like we feel the month. Even there is a song, even I listen in the summer, I feel like cold, because I used to listen that song while going for the workout. So it was a time. So same thing also I think happened with them, maybe. But I think after crossing a age, as I told you, my father is crossing around 90 years. He don't have much like energy to go here and there, but he try to do himself each and everything. He doesn't, like he doesn't like to bother us. He try to do each and everything like bathing himself. Sometimes also clothes. He also washes clothes because he has a habit in the village. My mom sometimes say like, why don't you do this like this? You should not do. Other some people will like his daughter-in-law is not doing something. So sometimes it happens. So these are some things like we should also improve respect, giving time. I also thinking about it yesterday about at least 30 minutes enough. 30 minutes, talk with them, ask rubbish questions. It nothing matters. Whatever we ask. I think so like this.
I think it's better in after coming generation because we understand them too much because we are living in the modern era. So I think we understand them very well. So I think it's gonna be good in the future. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Very nice.